It is Tuesday, the 3rd of September, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. Today, we're talking about a up-and-coming band. They've only just released their first album, and they are called The Last Dinner Party. I discovered them how I'm sure a lot of people discovered them, which is random recommended videos on YouTube. As I've said before, sometimes I'll just see an interesting title or thumbnail and be like, sure, I'll take a look at that. And sometimes they're duds, but not often, really. I think I have good knowledge of what my taste is. And so I saw this one, Nothing Matters by The Last Dinner Party, in the thumbnail, and I was like, ooh, what's this? And I was correct. I really liked it. And it was in my current faves playlist for a while. I put it on like my work playlist and all that. And I didn't like forget about it, but it drifted to the back of my mind a bit. And that was the first single they ever released. They released a second and third single that I didn't miss. I didn't catch them when they came out. Or their fourth, actually, for that matter. But then their fifth single, Caesar on a TV Screen, released at the start of this year. And I remember watching the music video and being like, ooh, into this. Okay, now I like two of their songs. And so I was very excited for their new album. And then the album came out in February. I didn't get to listen to it right away, but I did listen to it. And it's really fucking good. It's a great album, one of my favorite albums of the year so far. Caesar on a TV Screen remains one of my favorites. Recently, I've been listening to The Feminine Urge a lot. I'll definitely be talking about both those songs on the show at some point. But today we're talking about Nothing Matters, and we don't need any more preamble than that. So let's go ahead and listen to the song, and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. There's kind of a trend recently of female-led rock groups, whether they're all women or not. Sometimes they're like women and non-binary people. Sometimes it's all women. Sometimes it's like all women and a male drummer is something I've seen a good few times. Like Wet Leg is like that, right? But there's kind of this trend of these bands that are like largely female-driven that play rock music that is simultaneously like kind of a fresh and interesting sound while also being a bit of a throwback. Like, I mean, I did just mention Wet Leg, and I'll definitely talk about them at some point, but their style is very kind of Sonic Youthy sort of sounding, while also having this kind of newer, maybe millennial feel to it, especially because their most famous song quotes Mean Girls, you know? And I feel like this song, part of what drew me to it, and probably what draws a lot of people to it, is that it feels like a 2023 song. It feels like a song that is current and new and unique, and it is unique, but also it has all these things to it, the kind of chanting chorus, the guitar solo, the organ in the intro. There's just something about it that feels like old-fashioned rock as well, and it's hard to describe that, first of all, in musical terms, because I don't speak in musical terms. I do a review podcast. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about, but like, just in terms of vibes, there's just something very old and new about it, and I don't know what that is, but it's a trend I'm seeing a lot in music recently, and I, for one, welcome our new women punk overlords. Another thing that is a trend is people calling bands like this industry plants, and it's because their tiny wieners can't stand to see women succeeding. I was going to qualify that sentence more, but that's just true. People think Wet Leg, Last Dinner Party, other bands like that are industry plants, and they're just succeeding because they have money. That's like, the money certainly helps, but they're also talented. Like, yeah, they probably got a record deal because they could afford it, and they were able to put themselves out there and pay for music videos and all that. Obviously, that is a helpful factor, but a lot of people who get pushed for being rich aren't talented and aren't this talented. And this is a fucking good song, you know? Like, objectively, it's a really interesting and good song. If you think that they're just promoted because they're rich, you don't know how music works, you know? And it's really just people who, they're just saying it because they're women and they're successful and they hate that. That's really all there is to it, especially if the women are queer. I haven't heard people say that about Pillow Queens. I can imagine them saying it, though, even though, God. Anyway, let's not talk about, I mean, Pillow Queens are another example of what I was talking about, though, about like women and non-binary people making interesting rock music that is new and also a throwback, you know? So anyway, let's talk about this song itself. So, I am very confused about the meaning of this song because the people in the band have talked about how it's a love song and it's like an unapologetic love song, and that's great, and I understand that. The lyrics really feel like they're about cheating, and so it's interesting trying to kind of square that away, because she says she wrote it to be, Abigail, the singer, she wrote it to be the best like love song ever, and I'm just like, it's really interesting that this is what you came up with then. But we'll go through the lyrics and kind of figure it out ourselves. I have my sentence now at last. I know just how you felt. I dig my fingers in, expecting more than just the skin. Because we're a lot alike in favor like a motorbike, a sailor and a nightingale dancing in convertibles. So, I have my sentence now is referencing like having your sentencing like a criminal in court. You've been sentenced. I know just how you felt. I dig my fingers in, expecting more than just the skin. You know, expecting a deep connection, not just sex, right? And so it's kind of implying that like, I know just how you felt, like I know what it's like to want more than just sex. Do you know what I mean? Because we're a lot alike in favor like a motorbike. So saying they're a lot alike and comparing them to a sailor and a nightingale dancing in convertibles. A sailor and a nightingale aren't particularly similar things, although someone in Genius points out that they're both free. Sailors sailor and nightingales fly. I'm not going to try and interpret that one. Anyway, chorus. And you can hold me like he held her, and I will fuck you like nothing matters. And you can hold me like he held her, and I will fuck you like nothing matters. So, you can hold me like he held her seems to imply she's like saying, I want you to fuck me like the guy who cheated on me fucked his mistress. Always feels like such a weird, gross term. But you get what I'm saying? Like, kind of like a jealousy revenge thing, right? And I will fuck you like nothing matters is a really interesting one. Feels very nihilist, but in a really loving way. Yeah, it's just really interesting, the idea that I will fuck you like nothing matters. Well, hopefully the love matters, you know? Someone on Genius said that it seems like the song is about two people who have been cheated on coming together, which I can totally get behind. I think that's the reading that I think makes the most sense to me, kind of two people who have been hurt before finally finding a loving relationship, and you can hold me like he held her and I will fuck you like nothing matters. Like it's healing. It's catharsis. This fucking your current partner like your cheating ex fucked his mistress is praxis, is what I'm saying. We've got the highway tight, the moon is bursting with headlights. One more and we're away, love tender in your Chevrolet. And then the same pre-chorus and chorus. I do love this. The highway tight, the moon is bursting with headlights. It has this imagery of the road late at night, you know. One more and we're away, love tender in your Chevrolet. Great rhyme. Always love dropping a car brand in a song. It feels like product placement. You'd expect to see a Chevy in the music video, but you don't. And then, even when the cold comes crashing through, I'm putting all my bets on you. I hope they never understand us. I put my heart inside your palms, my home in your arms. Now we know nothing matters. Nothing matters. You can tell someone isn't from where I'm from when I read out the lyrics and they don't rhyme, because she of course says, I put my heart inside your palms, my home in your arms, right? Whereas I say palms because I'm from Mullingar. But this part really is the part that drives home the idea of committing to a new loving relationship, right? Even when the cold comes crashing through, I'm putting all my bets on you. Even if there are hard times, even if we struggle, you are who I love, you are who I'm committing to. I'm putting all my bets on you. I hope they never understand us is a great little thing there. It doesn't matter what other people think, it's for us, you know? I put my heart inside your palms, right? I mean, that's classic imagery. You have my heart in your hand, right? My home in your arms. Now we know nothing matters. It's kind of maybe anti-nihilist even. It's like nothing matters because we have each other, you know? Life is pointless, why not spend it with you, you know? And then you get a ripping guitar solo. Hold on, let me check who the guitarist is. Emily Roberts. Hell yeah. Emily Roberts with her St. Vincent guitar. Kick-ass guitar solo. So good. I'm just going to read out all the band member names because I feel like whenever I read out one or two, I feel like I should read them all out. Abigail Morris is lead singer. Lizzie Mayland plays vocals, guitar, and flute. Emily Roberts plays lead guitar, mandolin, flute, and vocals. Georgia Davies plays bass guitar and vocals. And Aurora Nishevki, I don't actually know how to pronounce that name, keyboard, organ, piano, synthesizer, and vocals. So there you go. And then you get the chorus repeating over and over again. I think the appeal of this one, like I said, the style of it being new and old at the same time. But also, for one thing, Abigail Morris is so charismatic. She has such a... Stage presence is the wrong word because I'm talking about the music video. She's just... I don't know. She's really enthralling to watch. And I'm not saying that in like a weird horny way. She just... I mean, she's acting, I guess. She just knows how to put on a show, you know? She's great in the music video. And I have watched live performances. I watched them perform this at Glastonbury on YouTube, and I mean, they all put on a great show. And I also enjoy songs that swear in like a casual... Well, I mean, this isn't casual because it's specifically saying fuck, not as a swear, but as a vulgarity, as a word for having sex. But I like when it's done so explicitly like that, and they've talked about how they've censored it for radio play and live performances, and they hate doing that because fuck is just the perfect word for this situation. And I get it. As a writer, sometimes some words you really don't want to write, or you think that you shouldn't, but they are the perfect words for the situation, and quite often that word is fuck. I do also want to point out that the music video is a great music video, and they've specifically cited references to The Virgin Suicides, Mulholland Drive, Daisies, and Black Swan. I can see, I mean, I haven't, out of all of those, I've literally only seen Daisies, which is wild, because it's the most obscure one there by far. God, I need to get on that. I need to watch literally all of those movies. I was just surprised to see the reference to Daisies because it's a very obscure movie. I was just shown it by my boyfriend, but it's a hell of a thing, and I can see the influence on the music video. And I just wanted to point that out. It's a great music video. Anyway, I think that'll do it for us today. I'm curious what your interpretation of this song is. I think that idea of two people coming together after having been hurt by previous partners makes complete sense to me. Maybe because it's a relatable fucking concept. Been there, doing that. But there's many interpretations. I look forward to talking about their other songs. They're great. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
And I will definitely talk about both. It's the loudest fucking van in the world. Recently, I've been listening to The Feminine Urge a lot. I'll definitely be talking about both of those songs. Holy shit, shut the fuck up out there.